Here we go again. We are doing, this time we have an even better surprise where we have both of our noble adventurers, GV Black Thunder and PP Coke, both going bot lane together. So this ought to be a blast, as Ziggs would say. But there is no Ziggs, so I don't know why he'd say that. So we got Vayne Leona against Tristana Thresh. This is, I don't know. Vayne, I feel like can be played aggressively with a Leona if necessary, and their lane isn't too scary. I mean, Thresh with Tristana can burst, but as long as you have Leona in front, you're gonna have pretty big meat shield, and Vayne should be safe to hit things. It's a lot less scary than the other one we went over when you're against Jace Annie, and there's so much burst, and if you just get stunned once, you're pretty much dead. Yeah, that doesn't really exist in this lane, and really many other lanes besides Annie. But yes, you should be for sure a lot safer to play more aggressive, especially with Leona and running Ignite in this lane. And then team fights, there's a Jax, there's a lot of dive you as Vayne, but yeah, once again you have Leona and Annie that can peel decently. Jarvan can also sort of peel, but Annie and Jarvan are also more initiating. Leona should be enough peel. Basically, if you don't get ulted by Vi or charmed by Ahri, Jax shouldn't be enough to kill you, assuming Leona's there to peel. But yeah, let's see what happens in the lane phase first before that, because if the Jax is like 50-0 and you're like 0-50, then GG. But if it's the other way around, GG also. So lane phase definitely will tell us a lot about this game. Both teams are pretty strong late. Basically two hyper carries on both teams, and both mid laners are very strong in the mid game and later mid game. Ahri gets, I don't know, Ahri's more of a roaming strong mid gamer, and Annie's more of a laning strong mid laner. So if Annie can keep Ahri mid, should be good to go. So where? I'm on the wrong team. You guys are over here. So I learned that you can double click people to go to them. That was pretty the best. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon, for telling me that. Makes this a little bit easier. So I see you guys both left the base quicker, but you should try to get to blue here first, like quickly, just in case they do a quick invade, like through here. Like, literally, this just has been in this bush for 10-15 seconds. If like their whole team was there and then they just decided to run through here, they could already be here. And then if you guys decide to defend it late, you guys could just be running straight into them. Like, you should for sure be defending at least here. Actually, I'd say this is probably better than this, just because it's like you see them sooner. And Annie's protecting this side anyway, so this is all you really need to protect, what you guys do decide to do at this point. But like I said, had they already been here and been behind you, you wouldn't even have noticed. Just waiting, so we got Vayne with nothing yet, Leona with nothing yet, no skills. Basically, this is a lot different than I was talking about yesterday with Thresh. There's not really a whole lot of like poking you can do. I'd definitely start Q just in case Thresher as Leona. I'd definitely start Q in case Thresher Tristana just walks up into your face. You can get some good level 1 damage off. But besides that, you're not going to really be able to try to poke them down before the level 2 inevitable fight. Not sure what you guys just kind of standing here when your jungler is starting red. I mean, it's good to protect it. Don't have to wait there. Hopefully, you don't miss any CS or XP because of that. I think you'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be fine. I think they got the XP for that, but they did miss a CS. It's good, quick early ward. You should stay in this bush because although, yeah, that's good to get the CS. But it's staying in this bush as much as possible, because this guy's probably going to want to ward it. And if you have your Q ready, you can kill the ward. So I also would like to stay up a little bit farther here. So if he drops the ward like on the edge, you're ready to get it. So yeah, that's pretty poor there. Oh, you started E, okay. So that's why you weren't doing that. Like I said, I think Q would have been better. Especially like stunning them in this minion wave could really do some sick damage. So let's see. Let's watch that again. Because Vayne definitely took too much damage before the fight even started. But like I said, I think starting Q as Leona would have mitigated it at least to a little bit of an extent. So yeah, Vayne just kind of walks up to get this CS, and then gets flayed. Yeah, a little too slow on the tumble, and then letting this flay. Like when you see this, when this Thresh just walks up at you, you just kind of probably have to give up that CS unless you can get it and tumble back really, really quickly. Because losing all this health is like super bad. Like if you lost only like maybe if you were like 200 health more when they start overextending into your minion wave like this, you could probably turn around and kill them. But still, but because you're solo, you have to keep running like a little bit longer until you're really sure that they turn onto Leona, which you do well, and then you are able to get at least some damage back onto them. So that's good. So like overall, the trade went somewhat evenly, sort of. Man, pretty even health bars. I mean, they're level 2 first, but you guys are about to get there. Oh, that's not good. That is not a good. That is not. You are probably dead. Yeah, you are very dead. So yeah, when they get level 2 first, you have to just give them the respect that they're level 2. Like, this is why getting level 2 first is so important. Like, you just need to back up. Especially with how big this wave was and you had no more minions. Like, there was no reason to be up that far for that long. And then this is kind of a wasted ignite. Like, it's good to just turn around like that and try to get more damage, but you didn't really need to put the ignite down. Because the ignite could really help you when you do get back to lane. It's kind of the same problem you were having yesterday with exhaust. Like, you just kind of seem to throw out your summoners as a last-ditch effort. That was pretty risky, but good to be ready with your tumble to dodge it. So here, like, it's not too scary. Like, you can come up here and see us. You're full health. The stress is too low to really dive with Thresh. I mean, obviously you don't want to get hooked like for free, but you can see us relatively safely here. That's good. That's good how you're doing it right there. Just try to like stay behind minions. You're doing well there. It's like here, once you get this minion wave, you guys could for sure fight this. With how low this Tristana is, you guys are both completely full health, like, so you should for sure be looking to go aggro. Which Brandon does well. Gets played back, gets the stun, nice. Try to get that E in. You got CC'd right before you could get the E in. Let's watch. Maybe if you had a slightly different angle. I think the angle you took was a little bit weak there. Let's watch. Let's watch this again a little slower. This gets in. Alright, so you're coming up. You want to kind of try to get more out this way. And you want to get that E. Like, in this situation, this is one situation where you would actually want to just instantly E. Like, I know I was talking about the whole, like, auto E, auto, but when she's that low and you have a chance to just stun her, like, right against this wall and probably kill her, you just want to make sure you get that stun before she can jump. Because you get that stun, she's just dead. And like I said, if you would have gone up a little more, like, more forward rather than, like, straight at her, it actually gives you a better angle. Hold on. Alright. Gives you a better angle, and, like, you'd be farther up as well if she were to flash, or, like, maybe you would stun her mid-jump, and then she'd have to flash, but you'd already be farther up. 1 second. Let me do this. Alright, cool. So, yeah, that wasn't, I mean, like I said, that would have been really good to get that kill back there, but didn't happen, so just gonna have to make the most of it. You guys have flash. And no summoners here to their... Yeah, they still have, like, all summoners except exhaust. They didn't even get a summoner off Triss, so that kind of sucks. That's alright. So you guys B, because you're pushed up and you had no items yet, so you can get a Vamp Scepter, which I think is probably your only option. Maybe you could go, like, Boots Dorans, but I mean... no. I guess you do go Boots Dorans. But, yeah, I mean, I guess just because you're behind in damage and this will give you more health, that's good. So yeah, I'm not too opposed to that. Not too opposed to that at all. It's definitely better than like Boots Longsword or anything like that. Because if you weren't gonna go Vamp Scepter, you needed to go a second Doran's. But the only reason I don't like this so much on Vayne is because you're pretty much for sure going Blade of the Rune King first item, and like you're just kind of like going all like lifesteal. Like, you don't need a second Doran's for the lifesteal. Like I said, the health is helpful, especially when you want to like try to be living in this lane. Being able to do something. Oh, that's a lot of burst, but there's Durban. Nice CC. The E knocked him farther away. You can still get this kill. Maybe. Oh, wow. That was poor. Wow. Alright. So, that didn't go so well. Let's watch this again. So it's really good engage and good just like damage. So let's see, good right on the Triss. Could she jumped away? Get the stun on Thresh. Get the big time burst on Thresh. Jarvan's here. Like here, he is super far away from the wall. You're never gonna get a stun this far. You don't really need to worry about the stun. You just want to keep damaging him. Like the E just pushes him. Not only does he like does this lose vision for you, but it also pushes him down more. Like you want to do anything but that. Like if you had tumbled past him and you eat him like more on an angle backwards, even if you didn't get the stun off, that'd have been okay. But you for sure don't want to like do that on this tumble. This is another. Yeah, that was fine, but then you just didn't react to the hook and just got wrecked. That just sucks. Like I said, the E is where everything went wrong. This is a poor usage of condemn. So yeah, this is gonna be quite a hill to climb at this point. I mean, you're still like, I mean, Thresh is low. If you can get back to lane and actually get the kill back this time, like same type of situation as after the first death for your lane. So you're going in on Thresh. Kill Thresh, nice. There you go. Maybe. Please. Alright, I don't think he needed to flash, but... Oh, jeez. Is he gonna die? Are you here? No, you're not back yet. Wow. Alright. Yeah, that sucks. So yeah, that wasn't really that helpful. That just... Not even sure to think about that. It was a good engage. Like this guy's so high health. He just got like getting hooked was pretty bad, taking extra damage. Just Triss did a really good job constantly doing damage while he wasn't being focused. And then Jarvan tries. Does Jarvan not have his his combo up? No, yeah, it was about a second. So that sucks. Did you have exhaust up? No, you don't have. Yeah, you don't have exhaust. That's a problem. This is like why though. Like you're with a Vayne, and as Leona, like I just don't think the ignite choice was a good option. I mean, it's a little bit more like after the fact right now, but I still think that exhaust probably would have been a better option. Like ignite, you really only want with like super high burst, like just controlling the lane. Like with a Vayne, you're never really gonna think you're just gonna control the lane right off the bat. And there's a pretty decent burst, but it's not just like, oh, we're gonna almost one-shot them, and as they're running away, we get the ignite off. Like, I don't know. But actually, thinking back to having ignite, let's go back all the way to that other fight where you guys didn't kill Thresh. Like here, wait, no, this is the fight you did kill Thresh just now. So go back quite a ways. So here, did you have ignite up? You did not have ignite up. This is where the whole like wasting your ignite like randomly on Trist when you got killed at level 2 or whatever, this is where that comes big time into play. Like had you had ignite up, you wouldn't have needed to dive this tower so hard. You still would have gotten this kill. Vayne would still be alive and farming and such, and then like none of this would have happened. This is where like wasting summoners comes big time into play. But yeah, let's skip way ahead now back to where we had gotten. Janus Triss is 3-0. Probably has quite a bit of gold. She's probably close to BF. Yeah, she's about 300 away. Here you want to like really try to zone this guy until Thresh comes back to lane. So you need every like little bit extra that you can catch up. Like you don't want to just stand in this bush. And now that Thresh is here, that's fine. But you really want to be like where this Thresh is standing right now when Thresh is gone. Like you want to push this Tristana completely out of lane when Thresh is not here with her. So yeah, right now you guys are probably too far behind to fight. I mean, you still want to look to try to get on to Tristana, because she hasn't bought with these extra kills yet. She only has the pickaxe, but you're still kind of behind items. But Thresh is also only level 4, so if one of you guys gets level 6, which I'm not sure, you're not that close, yeah, you're both like less than half, and now he's 5, so, and Triss is 6 now, so yeah, now you guys are really in a bad spot. You do not want to be looking to fight at all. It's pretty much just like farm. Once you both get 6 though, Vayne and Leona's 6s are just so strong that if Triss was to not be by that point, you could probably fight with the way the items are now, and once like everyone's 6, assuming you get the like perfect CC and like there's no like health bars. Like you don't want to get chunked before 6, then you're not gonna be able to fight. See if Trist has gotta be super close now. Yeah, she actually has BF sword. I'm surprised. I'd be pretty surprised if she didn't just shove this in and go get the BF, unless they really want to try to fight you guys first. But I think this fighting once you're back might even be better. Because once she has BF, even with your like heavy CC and Vayne ult, you might be too far behind to try anything. I think this is the only chance. Yeah, like there you're just kind of going in, so like that's poor. That is like there was no way you're ever gonna get anything, both being level 5 and this minion wave going forward. There's literally like no reason to engage. I mean, you didn't lose too much health off of it, but like even just being like a little bit less than full to their full could really affect the level 6 fight. Like just losing extra health, like you're losing more health. Now you're like almost half health, which you like I said, even level 6, and you guys probably having a stronger level 6 doesn't make it like strong enough. Wow, I'm surprised the Thresh didn't try to fly. But yeah, like you guys are just losing more and more health, so it's gonna be pretty damn impossible to fight unless it's just literally perfectly done. So at this point, I'd probably just keep farming. You guys are like you're just too low to engage on this unless Jarvan comes over. So it looks like he is going to try again. Is he 6? Yeah, he's 6. So this could possibly work out, but Triss is pretty mobile. Could maybe get this Thresh. No. Didn't have a word over there to see what was happening. Yeah, Triss is backing. I would just push this wave up really fast. I mean, I guess you don't theoretically see that Triss backed, but you just know at this point that they're pretty much backed. You just want to really shove this fast in his back, because you cannot be in this lane with double Dorans against BF pickaxe. Like, you need to buy, like, really badly. Like, unless you're going to do Dragon, you need to do Dragon, like, right this second, and then back, because like, this lane is going to go really poorly if you don't back. And this is very, very risky, assuming they get back here in time. Although, yeah, you did see Vi top, so that's good. Assuming, yeah, they're just not going to contest, really. I guess Ari's going to attempt to contest last second, but it's going to work out for you guys, so yeah, that's good. You guys got Dragon and a kill, and maybe a second kill if you get CC. No. Got a slow, actually. Oh, up there's Annie. Nice. So that should be 2. Oh, wow, the Thresh. Nope. Oh, using both summoners. If you get the kill, I might be okay with it. Oh, almost eat him away again. But that was good, okay. I mean, using both summoners to get the kill is a little bit risky, just in terms of the next fight, but you kind of needed as much money as you could get at this situation. And that's, wow, that you can't afford to do, giving him a kill back. Like, that's just being greedy and not respecting, like, the tower. Let's go back a while. What did I want to discuss? Oh yeah, I wanted to discuss this Leona ult over here. See, like, when you're... This is good. And Ari comes over and Annie just, bam, stuns her right away. You go in with your E, a nice follow-up, boom. Like, you know this Triss is right here. You know what Tristana does. You know she's going to jump. You should just wait for that jump and now ult her, like, as, like, you had a chance in there to ult her, like, right there. And then it wouldn't even have been this close pulling her away, and then Vayne wouldn't need to flash heal to get the kill. Like, had the Leona ult just waited until after the jump, it would have been a lot smoother there. And then coming down here, you just gotta, like, respect the fact that your minions aren't in tower range yet and not get hooked by the Thresh. Like, just dodge this. Like, that's a very, like, it's very clear that he's just gonna lead the hook. You just gotta, like, juke back one step and you're fine. Just gotta constantly pay attention to what's going on. So here, I would for sure just back. Like, you just got a bunch of gold, 200. You need to spend it, like, really badly to have a chance. So you're backing. That's good. So Thresh has Targons versus Coin or Medallion. So you're actually you're tanky. Does Thresh have a decent amount of cash? Yeah, 700. So right now, the Berts are relatively even. But you're still Leonis. You're still so tanky. Vayne, I mean, Bilgewater, Berserkers is not great. Like, Triss has a lot more just, like, one attack damage, but like I said before, with your guys' level 6 and just like the super hard CC and the Vayne being able to run fast and follow up and maybe get even more CC, if you land everything on Trist, you can still probably fight. Like, obviously you don't want to fight here with this minion wave pushing. You can just, like this, you don't want to do this. I mean, you're pretty damn tanky at this point, but you still lost like 150 health or so. Like, you don't want to just take free damage. Like, this you don't want to do either. I mean, I guess, yeah, Jarvan's coming down. So that was good. That was actually good. That was my bad. I didn't see Jarvan coming down until after I saw like what had happened. It's a good E. Good job. Good job. Keep hitting. Good job. Keep following up. Good cutlass. Ooh, you got in the tower range. There, you need to be careful of. You need to like really pay attention to what's going on. That was a tough one. Like that, like you see Jarvan in tower range, and you think Leona would be taking hits here, but just didn't. So it's just kind of unlucky that Leona wasn't tanking tower. And then just get ulted, and there's really nothing you can do at that point. But yeah, so I think the fight went like it was pretty well played. Like there wasn't a ton differently that I would have done. I think the beginning was a little bit awkward still. Like I said before, like taking this extra damage hurts, but whatever. Going in on this is good. Like, you can land the ult at, like, any time. Like, at this point, I would just E. Like, you should just... Like, he's so close to you that you could just EQ him, and then ult on, like, this... On the, Tristana. Like, there was... You didn't really even land the ult on Thresh, and, like, the EQ would have been enough. And then when you're following up on this Tristana, you would have still had ult, and as soon as she does this jump, you drop a ward, which you did perfectly, and you just land it all, boom, right here. She's CC'd. Then she gets CC'd again by Vayne, and, like, you don't have to go this deep into the tower. I guess you didn't really go deep until the Vi came. It was just a little bit awkward. Like, you would have killed him a little sooner, and, like, maybe Vayne would have been in a little better position for this Vi, taking a little less damage from that Q and such. Yeah, I don't know. That's just tough. Like, maybe tumble a little higher, try to stay out of tower range. But besides that was just a tough break. Like I said, I just felt like that was a little awkward, the engage. That's the main thing I saw there. It was mostly good, but just like leading with ult when he's literally like a step away from you is kind of awkward. Let's speed that up. So now, what are your items at? So you almost have Blood of the Rune King. Not really, I mean, you're still 900 away. There's Dragon. Is there Dragon timers in this? I don't think so. Maybe there is, but I don't see it right now. I can look. Dragon is... What is it, 1040, 1640? So it's, yeah, 3 minutes. Not a whole lot to worry about Dragon right now. Still good to get vision there. Vision here, that's good. Did you get the towers? So right now, you pretty much just really want to farm up that Blade of the Rune King before the dragon fight in 3 minutes, or any like mid-range or mid-game like roaming and such. You really want to get that Blade of the Rune King, especially because Triss is about to finish IE. That's good. That's good with knockback. You honestly can't really trade. Yeah, you can't really trade with her. As trying to constantly trade. Oh my god. Oh, like I was gonna say, I wouldn't be trading with her, but that was a really good knockback and then a couple of autos, but then you just need to get out. Like, she has so much more just, like, pure one attack to one attack damage than you do that you just cannot be trying to attack with her if you're both just hitting each other like that. Like I said, the CC is how you win. Like, if you have Leona there, or if you get that knock into the wall, that's really good. But otherwise, it's just a no. And, like, I would especially, like, you're 200 health trying to run over to mid. I would have just probably beat and then came back bottom and gotten this farm, because, like I said, you don't even, like, you're 200 health, so you're not going to be of any use here. And, like, you're still don't have Blade of the Rune King, so you're not going to do much damage even if you were full health. And now you're going to end up probably missing this entire, like, wave and a half, because now you're being, and now the wave is already to the tower. Just 1 minion lost, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a whole wave. And there's the other half, 7. Missing that one. You got at least you did get the XP for the last 2, which is also pretty important because you're only level 8 right now, and they have like, I guess Triss is level 8 too, but you just don't want to miss XP if possible. And then, like I said, missing 8 CS or 9, I think it was 9 CS at the end, worth of gold is quite a bit. Like 9 CS, that's literally over 10%. That would add a little over 10% to your total CS for the game. And that was literally just like maybe 15, 20 seconds of CS. So here I would literally just try to stay bot until you get enough for Blade the Rune King, which is what, 400 gold. It's probably like another wave and a half. Just try to hope that your team just kind of ping them back, be like, yo, I'm pushing bot. You should be good to go. Getting closer. It's 700 now. So yeah, definitely next wave you should be able to get it. I agree with not trying to get this next wave though. With this wasn't worded. There's no wordage over here. Like that's pretty much perfect. Like that was actually a big improvement. Obviously, you're on the other side now, but that's a big improvement of what you did last time. You did take that second wave where you were still in a safe area, and then you didn't overextend for the third wave. Then you got this, and now you're like probably 100 away. Yeah, you're exactly 100 away. So you could either go back bot. I guess you guys are gonna try to set up for dragon. You guys just want to, yeah. You guys have a good position for dragon. Ari's dead. You guys are coming from here, so I just take dragon and then like really try to make your team back off of it if possible, unless like you get a really good engage with Annie and such. Like I would just be like instantly backing. I guess this is fine. But your team, like you just have to read that your team wants to fight, which I guess they're gonna do without you. This probably won't work out too well. Went 1-for-1. Yeah, that's kind of greedy. I don't know. It's nothing awful, I guess. But yeah, like you just want to like at this point, yeah, just keep pushing. Push this wave, push the next wave. But then you really want to buy so that you can be with your team for this next fight. Also, I want to go back and watch what Brandon did because you guys are kind of split now, so it's hard to see what is going on. So off the dragon, so you're way over here. This is kind of, I mean, it's good to get this word, but what the hell, Annie killed everything. So that's good. You got the word down. You're fine. I would just help your team do dragon. Like, you don't really like this. I don't know what this is. Greedy and risky and all kinds of crazy trying to go up there like that. Like I would like the first word was fine. You were safe, and then just back out, help your team do dragon, or stand here even, and then just be ready to back out. That's a really good ult. Kill Thresh and just like get out. I mean, it's. I still think like just being farther back would have made Annie not be that like greedy and aggressive, but it was a really good ult and a really good just like kill. But then you just were just too greedy for like not knowing where they were. But let's see, where are you at in terms of items? I've been looking at Will for so long. All right, yeah. Once again, like I just do not like boots of mobility. Like you're just not. Especially on Leona, like you're gonna be in the fight so much, and like merc shreds and extra CC reduction, like extra MR, like really cheap MR, is so useful. This guy almost should have died had that guy jumped a little more this way. Although I guess would have been close, but that's fine. So what did you end up getting? You got a Kindle Gem and a Giant's Belt. So you're going like Spirit Visage and something or other. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're building. But, yeah, that's fine. Like I said, like the one thing I really don't agree with is boots of mobility. I do like the Giant's Belt, like early, just for like the extra health, like the pure health against either MR or against either magic damage or physical damage. So I do like the early Giant's Belt, and I think even just going straight into Randuin's rather than like Kindle Gem and such would have been a really good idea, because you're going to be in on top of so many of them, and with Trist and Jax, and with Trist being like their main strength, and actually Jax has a lot of farm too. Let's look at their gold. Like yeah, so actually yeah, Trist has a lot more than Jax. Just with those extra kills. But yeah, Trist is super duper strong. She's very auto attack reliant, so Randuin's is a very good purchase against that. So I think that just going straight Giant's Belt into Randuin's would have been better than whatever you're getting Kindle Gem for. And he doesn't do enough damage. Might still come. Deathfire at the very end. Not quite. Where is Will during all this? Alright. So let's watch what you're doing. Now that we've watched what Brandon was doing for a while. So you're just farming with Jarvan. Alright, that's fine, I guess. This is scary. It's a good dodge. You just gotta get back out. Back out and try to run left. Wow, they went greedy for you. Yeah, you just kind of got in a bad spot. I don't know if you needed to heal with only Triss chasing you and her jump already being down. So it's probably a waste of a heal, but that was just a little. That was a little tough being so close. So good. You're in a good spot here. Jarvan all blocked you, but now you're fine. Just be careful of Ahri. Try stunned. I stunned under the wall. Did you get charmed? You must have gotten charmed. Wow. I don't know how you got charmed. That's pretty sucky. Wow. So that fight went pretty poorly. Probably because Annie had just used everything on JX. Let's watch this from the start and a little slower. So you're like fine over here. This is also what I'm saying though. Like had you had heal up, you probably would have been okay. But all right. So Jarvan ult. You ult. The tumble, I guess, okay. I probably still wouldn't tumble into this fight. Like, you want to use it more as a repositioner, like, rather than in. Especially, okay, now Ahri goes in. How... Like, you're still not charmed. You're fine. Like, Ear, like, there. Ear faster. Now she's on top of you and, like, lands, like, the really, like, 1-inch charm. If you just eared, like, just eat her a little bit quicker, she would have never gotten that close to you, and you would have just been fine. Like, see how much like this Triss is just staying behind her front line more, which I guess you kind of did for the most part. Ahri just kind of went into you, but that's the types of things you have to be looking for. Also, I don't know if I like this Leona ult, especially like you just didn't have a lot of follow up. Let's look from Leona perspective this time. All right, so we got Leona. I think we're coming over here because we're kind of cutting them off. As support, you need to read that your Annie and Tryndamere are over here. Your Vayne's still kind of far away, and your Jarvan's like your Jarvan initiates, which is questionable at best anyway. But okay, like then you just want to E into this. You don't really want to ult Thresh and Vi. Like you're not gonna have any damage to kill them at this point. Like you just want to E into that and stun at the very like best, and then you want to save your ult for like either peeling for Vayne or like a follow up fight. You don't want to really, like, initiate with E when your Jarvan already initiated. Or, I mean, initiate with ult when your Jarvan already initiated. Because now, like, if you had ult, you could, like, stun this Ahri right in place, or, like, stun the Triss just hitting. Like, you'd be able to stun all three of these, so it'd just be Ahri. Stuff like that. But now this Triss, like, there's just no more CC left. Like, you used all of your CC on Vi and Thresh when they weren't really, like, of any threat. And then this, everybody dies. So let's see what goes on after that. Things. Let's also see what kind of coverage of the map you have. You guys are purple, right? Am I going crazy? Yeah, you guys are purple. Alright, so you got at least a little bit of control of Baron. And that ward might help. I mean, you got wards in the places close to where there should be. Maybe you got caught doing that. Like, maybe that's why people were over here. But I think, like, a ward here is more useful than that. But I mean, it's fine. At least you have some vision over there. Should help you in any follow-up fights. I'd still try to get like a ward deeper here somewhere. At least here, preferably here. It might be too risky to get it there at any point though. It's kind of like you just kind of work your way up. Like maybe like first you walk up here and get a ward here, and then maybe you see them like over at blue buff, and then you know it's safe to ward up here. That's why Sightstone is so strong. Like you don't have to use Sightstone as just like a ward. You can just keep replacing it in different spots. This Jarvan's going crazy. You're doing red. Nothing really. Like while you're over here, you should drop a word either here or here, or like I guess the thing that's what you're about to do. Just like drop a word here. Like this is a little too much. This is a little bit greedy because they could still easily be here if I was still here. I guess with your team up here, it's okay, and you're pretty tanky as Leona, but it still is a little bit greedy to walk up like that. So here, I would just stun Jax. Good job. Just keep peeling for Vayne. That's good. It's good back off. Good ult, good ult. That was a little bit off on the follow-up ult, but those are really good tibbers. Vayne just peeling back. Good job. Now you need to get the hell out of there. Good job. Alright, now get back in. Keep hitting. Oh, God. Wow. Yeah, the reset. The reset screwed you. Alright, so let's watch that again. That was decently played by parties involved, but there was a lot going on. Let's see how you got initiated on originally. Speed up, slow down. Ba, ba, ba. So just here, you're hitting the tower. You need, as soon as you see this Jax, you need to tumble back, and maybe even EM. You did it a little too late, you got stunned. Like that, like makes you lose some damage. And then you like ult afterwards, and now you still like are losing damage while ulting. Like your ult, you want to try to be using while you're doing your most damage possible. And this ult was just off. Like if you had put it on like over here where the Tibbers was, they would have all been CC'd for about a day and a half. Like that would have been really good. But yeah, okay, let's watch the Vayne now. You're peeling back for Vayne. That's good. I probably wouldn't have stunned the Vi there, just because she's already so low, and you want to be able to try to CC this Trist, and or RA, depending on what happens. But now you don't have the CC for Trist, and she gets a kill there, and a kill on Vayne. Yeah, overall, that was just kind of a hodgepodge of craziness. I'd say, like, yeah, and then, yeah, not having Tryndamere was certainly probably the worst part of it, which I hadn't even, like, noticed. Because, I mean, the fight, I was a little bit confused, because the fight went decent enough to where I thought it would have been a little bit better for you guys. But, like I said, just the Leona ult being a little bit off was a problem, and then, like, the wasted CC on Vi was a little bit of a problem, and in the beginning, getting stunned by Jax and then ulting away and wasting pretty much all of your ult damage, just kind of not being in the fight, was also a problem. Like, your ult is just so useful for doing extra damage and just being very annoying and, like, hard to, like, see and hard to get to. Just, like, you go invisible for that second while you're tumbling, and then, like, a little bit after that, like, just repositioning with tumble while you're ulting is crazy strong, rather than just kind of ulting and tumbling away and never really being anywhere near anyone to attack. Let's see what happens in the next fight. So we're just kind of farming mid. Oh god, Trin gets caught out, but... Alright, that Leona ult wasn't too strong, that's for sure. We'll see what ends up happening first. Let's watch it in full time. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen. I mean, for Tryndamere getting caught out, him not dying is good, but I think had the follow-up initiate been better, might have had a chance here to do something. So Trin's doing stuff, you're just doing stuff. Alright, so Trin gets caught. You want to, like, you definitely don't, like, you're ulting, you end up ulting here, I think, on Thresh, or maybe ult Jinx. Best case would be ulting this Tristana, who's just free doing auto attacks. Like, you end up just ulting, like, on Tryndamere, not really hitting anyone. And this Trist is still free to hit stuff, Ahri's still free to hit stuff. Never even, like, ult any, like, where you ulted, you could have protected by just E-ing. So let's go back. Like, your ult is basically just zone. Like, basically, Leona as a whole is just zone control. Like, you wanna think of your E and your ult as just like basically a circle around you, and wherever you could put your own body, that's like what you're protecting. Like, you can also use your ult as a ranged version of you. So like, you end up ulting. Let's see, where are you when you ult? Like, you ult like almost right on top of you. Like, you could just be E-ing in on this and protecting. Like, you could just E in right here, or stun this Jax, or stun whatever. Like, I prefer you to ult Trist and then follow up on Trist, but, like, at the very least, if you're just trying to protect Tryndamere right there, you could just E in on that and Q this Jax, just to CC him like that, and then this follow-up could be an ult somewhere, and you can probably get a kill off of it. But instead, your follow-up is just the E, and you can't, like, you end up queuing Jax maybe, like, you don't even get a Q off. Looks like, is your Q up? Or maybe you queued earlier in the fight. But yeah, like, I just really dislike the ult engage when you're in range to EQ engage. That's been like the main thing I've been seeing this game constantly. Because if you could just EQ engage or EQ like kind of peel more or less in that fight, you can save your ult for like a better follow up where you like more or less need it rather than just like risk just kind of using it randomly. But here you definitely need to try to get more ward coverage. I just drop a ward over here. Don't face check into that. Alright, that was a little bit... Like, more, you want to be more on the corner here, but I guess either way, if they're there, you're probably dead. Or at least getting low health. That's good to drop some wards deeper and deeper. That's what I mean, though. Like, you get a ward here, then you know it's safe, then you get a ward here. That's what I mean by, like, get a ward here and then get a ward here. It's like the same concept. And now, when you know they went this way, you for sure want to get control over Baron. This is what you need to do. Like, I'd for sure get a ward here, And you could probably get a ward here as well. Like, it's pretty safe at this point. Like, this ward is okay when you can't go deeper, but, like, you were pretty safe to put a ward up here. It gives you... I mean, even, like, putting a ward here would be better, because now you can't even see this Thresh walking up until, like, very late. Like, and you can't see, like, yeah, you can't see... This is... You can't see what's behind. Another kind of poor Leona ult. See, Vayne just got pooped. Yeah, you all got pooped. Okay, but yeah, this... Honestly, this all starts because of relatively poor ward placement. It's not a terrible ward, like I said, if you just kind of need to get a ward down or whatever, but if you have this ward here, you're going to see... Let's go to all. You're going to see Thresh walking up, which isn't the incredible importance. But especially if you have the ward here, you see this Ahri and Triss coming up. So you, when Jarvan initiates on Thresh as Leona, you can now initiate on Tristana and Ahri instantly. Like, instantly, instead of waiting this extra, like, second, where Thresh or Tristana is able to reposition because she knows that this fight's breaking out, and Ahri is able to reposition ult backwards. Like, had you had the ward there, as Jarvan was initiating, you would be able to ult as Leona at the exact same time, and Tristana and Ahri would have had 0 time to react to it. So let's go back and watch how Vayne dies in this. So you go in, you're Vayne, you're just sitting. You tumbled. That's another just really poor tumble. You cannot tumble directly forward, like, ever. That's just really bad. And then also you didn't have vision of this backside, so I don't even think you might have saw Vi at the last second. But you also lost, you got, like, wrecked by Jax because you tumbled right into Thresh, and Jax was right behind, and Vi just finished up, and there was really nothing you're ever going to do after tumbling forward like that. Just a really, really poor tumble. It's pretty poorly played on all accounts there. Lots and lots of mistakes just in that one team fight. Like you can see, like, you guys were, like, almost, like, probably exactly even gold, maybe even a little ahead before that fight, because you guys got, what? I'm pretty sure you got aced. Did you get aced, or did you only lose 4? 3 or 4, I don't know. But you guys really close before that fight. Now you're down 1.5, even more after Baron, down 3k plus Baron buff. So, now it's a little harder. Like, that fight was definitely a turning point in this game. Like, before that, it could still have easily gone either way. Now, it still could, but that makes the whole rest of this game quite a bit harder. And once again, like, while you're up here, get some deep wards. Get a ward here, get a ward here, or like, get some deeper wards. Like, that's really important. Like, once again, like, this is just not that good. This is not that useful. Like, you can only see, like, half of this purple. Like, you can't even see if they cut through here. Maybe if they go, like, up like that, because I think you might have this corner vision because you placed it out a little more. This is at least a little better than the last order, which was deeper this way, because you get a little more vision over here. So you can kind of see this, but just knowing where they are sooner is super important. So, like, getting a ward here, like, basically, if you only have 2 wards on the map at any point in the game, you want to have them here and here. Obviously, at this point, actually, that's not true because they're going to be pushing in on you. But it's literally the exact same concept, except you would have defensive wards here and here. Like, those are... It's literally just symmetrical. No matter what side you're on, and no matter if you're, like... It just depends on if you're playing offensively or defensively. So I didn't really see anything of what happened in this fight, so we will go back to it. Definitely didn't go well, that's for damn sure. First of all, I think you guys engaged, which is just not a good idea. It's 4v4, so no advantage there, and they have Baron and are stronger with Triss being 12 and 3. So you definitely don't want to engage on this, which I'm pretty sure you guys end up doing. Just trying to waste out their Baron would be much better. Although you are able, if you get a stun on... Like there, I would just... If you just walk up and Q Triss, you didn't even need to E. You were literally in Q range. And now Triss is able to get out of it. Like, if you just stun Triss with Q and then ult, she's still back here, and your team's not required to, like, chase this far, and then Triss isn't able to, like, flash over so safely. Like, it just needs to be, like, using Q faster. And then your team just gets, like, wrecked on the follow-up. And then you're fine. Like, you just need to back out of this. Like, this fight's never going to go good. Just back out. You keep trying, and then you tumble literally the exact wrong way. You want to tumble back, not forward. Like, even if you could somehow have killed Ahri with a tumble forward, even a tumble back, you would have still gotten the same amount of autos off, and you weren't, like, tumbling into the team. Because if you somehow killed Ari, you were still dead. If you tumbled back and you kill Ari, you might live. But that was just a poor tumble. And like I said, it's a poor engage overall. It actually, the idea wasn't as bad as I originally would have thought because Triss has walked up in your face, but you want to just insta Q that. Like, there's no reason to E and like not get the like hard CC because she's still able to like move while you're Eing and then like waiting for like the whole CC chain to like go, and then you like try to Q, but then she already flashed, and then you ult. I think you do get the Q and then ult, but she flashes in between the CC. But it's a lot smoother even if it fails when you just like QE it. Or Q ult it, I should say. Like Q then ult. So you were able to get Triss that time. That's a good follow-up, so that's good. Alright, keep chasing. You guys are safe to chase. It's probably an unnecessary ult, but does get you another kill. Let's go back again. Let's see if that ult was necessary. I think you were like getting close to being in range, just to E. Like you're definitely in range to E. I think you chickens. You're close to being in range. I'm okay with the ult. It's alright, because especially you guys probably aren't gonna fight by the time it's up anyway. I think it's like 60 or 80 seconds. Yeah, 67. So that's fine. That's not too bad. You guys just like spread out like this. Where did you go? You're pushing me. Like this, you need to put wards down. This is your time to ward. There are 4 of them dead, or 3 of them dead now. Or I guess there was only 3 dead the whole time. This, get ward. I guess this ward is already fine. Get vision over here. Like you're going. Where are you going? Like you're just standing by red, doing nothing. Like doing nothing, doing nothing, doing like. Then you get a ward here, which doesn't help whatsoever because you already have this ward. And at least, like this ward does nothing. You still have 0 vision on this side. You were already, and it was perfectly safe because you had 3 kills and you were literally already up here. This is the time where you can go up and ward here, at the very least ward here or ward here. Like get something on this side of the map. You want to get some vision rather than just walk around and stand by his red buff. Like I don't know. I'm not really sure what you were thinking. I mean, what are you thinking during that time? Is what I'm basically questioning. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going through. It's not like you're doing anything like dumb. It's just like you're not making use of your time. Is what I'm trying to get across basically. Do you see this happening? Try to get on by. All right, she spreads out. That's fine. You guys just want to really get out of here probably because you just don't know where they are in this area. So you guys, I don't know. The start was kind of risky over here. Oh god. And then you guys get caught out going this way. This is why you want to, like, go the other way. I don't think this fight's going to go very well. And then the engage is just G dot. And another, like, these tumbles are just not not placed correctly. But okay, let's go for the very start. Both you and Tryndamere as Leona, Leona and Tryndamere make the same mistake. Like, you know they're over here. Why not run down this way through middle? Like, why risk running down this way? There's literally 0 point of going this way. You know they are either here or here. If they are here, which they were, you guys are just going to get caught out, which you did, and get wrecked. Like, that's just the way it is. And then let's go back 15 more seconds and watch the Vayne positioning here. So you see this happening. Try to drop a ward in here. I guess Tibbers is a ward for you. But get a ward in there. Just so, because there's going to be a lot of in and out. So that's fine. You're staying back. This is good. This is good. This is very good kiting. You hit, flash away, hit again. No, but you cannot be going in to this Ari. Like, you probably should have just kept running, not even tried to hit her at all. Because if you die, the game's over. I'm pretty sure you guys lose off this. But, if you live, maybe you can at least clear. I mean, I guess you didn't have any towers left, so you probably weren't going to clear at all. But just either way, you don't want to tumble directly into her face. You want to at least tumble a little bit sideways, a little bit, like, use your range to your advantage. Like, try to stay at, like, relatively max range or take, like, better angles. Like, you just don't want to be right in her face. But yeah, there's just definitely a lot to talk about during that game. So that was that game. Like I said, it's the one team fight really snowballed, and then a lot of other things happened.